Welcome to Big Papa Podcast Story Rewind. I'm Big Papa Rob. Here I rewind the story of a person, place, or thing and tell you where it originated from. Since Father's Day is this Sunday, I thought I would do a special podcast about Father's Day. Did you know it took 50 years after Mother's Day was officially observed to have a Father's Day finally be observed? Historians say the first Father's Day card was created nearly 4,000 years ago by a young man that carved it in a piece of clay, assuming a tablet of sorts. He carved a special message wishing his father good health and long life. The first Father's Day memorial service was held on July 5, 1908, to honor the 361 men that were killed in a tragic mine disaster in Fairmont, West Virginia, December of 1907. Out of these 361 men, 250 of them were fathers. It was a woman named Sonora Smart Dodd that is credited for Father's Day becoming what it is today. According to a story on education.com, Sonora Dodd, the daughter of a widowed Civil War veteran, came up with the idea while listening to a Mother's Day sermon at her church in 1909. She was inspired to create a special day to honor her father as well as others. She wanted the first Father's Day to be June 5th, which was her father's birthday. However, the city and community leaders said they needed more time to prepare, so it was moved to June 19th, 1910. The idea caught on. By 1924, President Coolidge supported a petition for a National Father's Day, and a National Father's Day Committee was formed in New York City in 1926. President Johnson, in 1966, designated the third Sunday in June as Father's Day, but it wasn't until 1972 that President Nixon established Father's Day as a national holiday. Sonora is also credited with making the rose the official flower of Father's Day. Wearing a red rose signified your father was still living. Wearing a white rose was to honor the father that had passed away. She was said to have brought roses and gifts to any father in the community that was unable to make it to the church services where the roses were given out to honor the fathers of the church. Some fun facts about Father's Day. Because Sonora Dodd, Washington was the first state to celebrate Father's Day. Sonora was from Spokane, Washington. Across the pond in Europe, Father's Day has its roots in the Middle Ages, to honor Saint Joseph on March 19th. Saint Joseph was the foster father of Jesus. It eventually turned into a day to honor the institution of fatherhood in general. For the French, it's all about lighters. Still being related to the celebration of Saint Joseph, this tradition had started to fade in the years after World War II. To reignite the consumer interest in spending money on Dad, a French lighter company called Flaminaire created a new Father's Day in 1949 to help sell their products, and the ad campaign was successful and has been observed in France ever since. A quick Google search for history's most famous dads resulted in a list of the most daunting dads. Charles Darwin, who passed away in 1882 and is considered the father of the evolution theory, was at the top of the list, followed by Theodore Roosevelt Sr., that passed away in 1878, whom was the father of Theodore Roosevelt Jr., the late president. Lieutenant Colonel George Lucas passed away in 1747. He was the father of Eliza Lucas, who was the first to successfully cultivate indigo in the American colonies. And Thomas More passed away 1535 and was known as the counselor to Henry VIII. I don't know about you, but for me, this was an unusual list of fathers that Google search came up with. According to the Pioneer Woman website, the top 5 best Father's Day songs are Wind Beneath My Wings, Unforgettable, Carried Me With You, My Girl, and number 5 is Butterfly Kisses. Looking at this list, I would be led to assume that this was compiled by daughters with fond memories of their fathers. To the United States Census, it's estimated that there are 72 million fathers across the nation, 29 million fathers who are grandfathers, 24 million married fathers raising their children jointly, and 2 million single fathers bringing up their children by themselves. There are estimated 239,000 stay-at-home dads. We can't talk about Father's Day without looking at the top 5 Father's Day gifts of 2023 compiled by the NewYorkPost.com. Number 1, Car Shield Auto Protection. Number 2, Lululemon Evolution Short Sleeve Polo Shirt. Number 3, a Samsung Galaxy Watch 5. Number 4, a personalized Masonic emblem money clip. And number 5, Fitbit Sense 2. I believe I'd be just a little insulted if one of my stepchildren gave me a Car Shield Auto Protection for Father's Day. Hey, I'm a man. I fix my own car. Not even one of these items would be on my list. And how can we not talk about dad jokes? Here are a few corny dad jokes I found on countryliving.com. I'm afraid for the calendar, its days are numbered. Why do fathers take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing? In case they get a hole in one. And if April showers bring May flowers, what do May flowers bring? The pilgrims, of course. I hope you've enjoyed the Father's Day special podcast this week. Maybe you've learned something that you may not have known before about Father's Day. If your father is still with you, make sure to wish him a happy Father's Day. If your father's passed away like both of mine, take a minute this weekend and remember the fond memories you had with them. Fathers appreciate your children. They grow up so quick. And for the fathers that stepped up and became a father for children that weren't yours, this is a badge of honor. You didn't have to. You chose to be the father for them. My stepfather raised me with love and discipline from the heart. I wouldn't be the man I am today if it wasn't for him. I hope all you fathers out there have a happy Father's Day. Thank you for listening today. I hope you come back next week for my next story. The stories will be ever-changing, from historic origins of many things and stories of people you may not have known their history. And again, I'm Big Papa Rob, and this was a Story Rewind, produced by Big Papa Rob, edited by my beautiful wife Amanda, aka Big Mama. Today's music was a powerful, stylish stomp rock by Mark Julie from Pixabay. Sound effects was also from Pixabay. This was a Big Papa Rob podcast, 2023.